The zero-sum apartment. The boxes smelled like cardboard and new beginnings. Akito stood in the middle of his empty, small studio apartment, heart-thrumming. "This is it," he whispered, a mountain of potential waiting to be unpacked. Independence was heavy, and it was glorious. The first week was a whirlwind of instant ramen and late-night library sessions. Then, the envelopes started arriving. Electricity, internet, rent installment. Akito sat at his tiny desk, staring at a growing pile of bills that looked less like paper and more like a hungry, paper-eating monster. Finances were tough, but cooking? That was a disaster movie. Akito decided to try making fried rice. The oil smoked, the rice stuck, and the resulting lump of burnt starch looked less edible and more like abstract art. Maybe takeout is actually cheaper, he sighed, inspecting the damage. When he finally called Ren, his study partner, Akito felt a little embarrassed. "I think my wallet has a hole in it," he admitted. Ren, always practical, just laughed gently. "Everyone starts somewhere, Akito. Let me show you the magic of the zero-sum spreadsheet." The next night, Akito wasn't just juggling money, he was juggling time. His history exam was in 48 hours. The laundry buzzer was insistent, and the smell of stale coffee was starting to cling to his jacket. Independence meant there was no one else to sort the socks or read Chapter 12. Following Ren's advice, Akito opened a budgeting app. He color-coded his spending, blue for rent, green for food, a tiny sliver of purple for fun. It wasn't exciting, but watching that purple sliver stay exactly where it belonged felt like winning a minor lottery. Dinner night 2.0. Akito chose simple pasta primavera. No smoke, no lumps, just fresh vegetables tossed lightly. He sat alone, eating slowly. It tasted like competence. It tasted like the kind of dinner he could actually afford and make again next week. The history test results came back 3 days later. A solid B+. Not perfect, but enough to breathe again. Akito leaned back in his chair, feeling the weight of the past week lift. He hadn't just studied, he had cooked, paid bills, and kept the apartment from turning into a swamp. Later that evening, he FaceTimed his parents. He didn't mention the smoke or the near miss on his electricity bill. He just talked about the pasta and the B+. As he hung up, a quiet confidence settled in his chest. These small victories, they stacked up.